Hey folks, it's Ian with Ian's Random Reviews. Well, today we're going to be taking a look at the Yolobox Pro. We're going to be taking a look at the outside of the device, of course the internal settings and features, and of course answer the big question, is it worth your money? Alright folks, so here's just a quick look at what comes with the Yolobox Pro. I already have some of it opened. So here is the power wire, and that doesn't come with a power block, so you're just going to have to get a generic power block. This is inside the box, so it comes with the quick guide. It also comes with a screen protector, which I unfortunately haven't put on yet. And then it just comes with an Allen key, and that adjusts this device because this comes with it as well. And this is just what holds your Yolobox Pro up, and you can move the screen, tilt it, what have you. This is to remove the SIM card, or the SIM card little door underneath the Yolobox. And then it comes with a Type-C. So not a lot comes with the Yolobox. Everything that you're purchasing is basically inside the device, and we'll look into that next. Alright folks, here's the top of the Yolobox Pro. As you can see, this is where all your inputs and outputs go. So we're going to start with the 3 HDMI ins. So you can hook up to three cameras up via HDMI for there. You have a USB connection. You have a serial port for if you want to directly plug internet into this device. It also has Wi-Fi, and I make mobile hotspots with my cell phone if I'm out in the field. You have your HDMI out, so if you want to put basically what you're seeing on your Yolobox onto an external monitor for a little bit bigger viewing, you can do that. You have your Type-C. You have your headphones, so you can actually monitor the audio in real time as it comes through. You have your mic and line in, and then you have your power input there as well. So this is the top of the Yolobox. It's pretty basic, it's pretty straightforward, and now we'll look actually on the system. Alright everyone, so now we're going to take a look at the inside settings and features on the Yolobox Pro. So when you first turn on the device, this is what you're going to see. Now if you're turning it on for the first time, it's going to be a little bit different, because the first time you're going to have to make an account with YOLO Live. You're going to have to make sure your Wi-Fi and your connections are set up before you actually get to this point. But once you have everything set up and you're good to go, you're going to enter this screen here that says click the plus to create a live stream or enter monitor mode. So we're going to hit the plus symbol, and of course it pops up create a live stream or monitor mode. So monitor mode is basically a spot where you can go in, you can set up your cameras, you can make sure all your graphics are there, your lower thirds are there. You can kind of play around with it. It's a precursor to actually start before you actually go to create a live stream. So we're going to enter monitor mode now. Okay folks, so once you're on monitor mode, this is kind of the screen you're first going to see. So I have a camera input on HDMI 1, and I have a camera input on HDMI 2. So I have my MC2500 on 1, just looking at these bears, and then I have a nice shot of the trees blowing around with my Acaso V50 Pro action camera. So this is basically just a spot to make sure everything is working correctly. So making sure that your cameras are operational, making sure all the media you want to use is there. So as you can see, I can bring in watermarks. So down in the left-hand corner, I can bring in a ticker. So in this case, it says live stream starting soon. What I do here is I normally, like, you can bring in a pre-recorded video if you wish. What I do is I just find one of my camera angles that I'm set up for, and I just do that. So basically when the event starts, I can just shut it off and you're good to go. And then I always have an end brought to you by. That's just some of the media you can bring in. That's just scratching the surface. You can bring in pre-recorded videos. You can bring, basically whatever you want into this device, into your show. The nice thing too about this is it's not just for live streaming. Yes, it's primarily designed for live streaming, but if you're at a music venue or an event where basically you just want to run 2, 3, maybe 4 cameras and switch back and forth and use titling, you can do that. So you can basically internally record to an SD card on this device, also simultaneously recording on all your cameras, and actually put together a switched show where you could just go back, take that video, and give it to either the venue person or post it online later. So that's kind of a neat feature too. So if you want to input media from an SD card, there's a slot underneath the Yolobox here. You just hit the plus go to image overlays, and this is going to bring up everything that's on the SD card. So one thing that wasn't over there on the main screen that I showed just a minute ago was this. So this is just a lower third. So you just click it, you hit done, it pops up, and you basically want to, at this point, figure out how big you want it, exactly where you want it, and then you go from there. So the lower thirds normally go across the screen, and then you can just scale it. So you can make it as big as you want, as small as you want, and then you can even position it exactly where you want. And then as soon as you do that and hit done, then it's already ready to go. And the next time you want to bring it in, you literally just click it, and there it goes. So that's kind of how that works. That's just a quick idea. And moving forward to all these settings down here, I'm going to wait till we're actually into Create a Live Show before I go into those in more detail. Okay, so folks, one more thing I did want to mention here was in the overlays section. I forgot to go over it in the last section of the video, but if we hit this plus here, you also have all these different overlay sections. So you have image overlays, which of course brought your SD card overlays in, but you have lower thirds. So if we click that, you will see a bunch of pre-formulated lower thirds that come with the Yolobox Pro, and you literally just pick the one you want, put the text in that you're looking for, scale it, and you're basically ready to go. So you can, if you don't have time to make your own lower thirds at home and input them, you can quickly bring in any one of these lower third graphics, put your own text in, and you can you can do that before a show. You can do it on the fly. It works great that way. We'll go back in. You can go to countdown timer. So this just brings up countdown timers where you basically can you can bring those in, and that's another great feature there. And you can just set the time that you want. So if your event starts within 5 minutes, you can set a 5-minute timer, and you are good to go. Going back, you can go to web overlays, so you can put your URLs in there. You can go to titles, so just a few different title variations there that you can put some text in, put it around, move it. And of course, social overlays. So if you click this one, you can go and there's a Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all those lovely social media ones where you can put your username or your site name, and you can use those as well. So this is just a quick overlay of the overlays section that comes with your Yolobox Pro. All right, folks, so here is Create a Live Stream. So basically it's the same stream or the same screen as monitor mode. You can see HDMI 1, HDMI 2, and up here is your quality. So you can stream in 1080, 720, 480, whatever you wish. Over here is your media. Now, I've already explained that in monitor mode, so I'm just going to keep moving forward. So right here, if you keep moving along, is all your social medias. So your YouTube, your Facebook, all that lovely stuff. And you can actually go in there, find exactly what you're looking for, and stream to whatever service you want. Moving on, you can invite guests. So you can just go over here, and you can actually invite them to a broadcast studio. So you just put their emails in there, and it just invites them to join this live stream. You can invite up to 5 people, and you just basically enter their emails, sends a link directly to that to share. So that's something you can do as well. This does have an audio mixer in it, so depending on what cameras you're using and if they have a microphone, their audio can come in. Now, one thing I do want to mention with this, so when I'm live streaming and say I'm using an action camera and my MC2500, you want to make sure that each video source is specifically programmed with the same audio. So for me, I set up an external microphone for ambient noises, and I want just that audio to come across both camera views when I'm switching back and forth. So what I'll do is let's just say, for example, that audio is coming out of HDMI 1, and I only want it on HDMI 1. So you want to make sure HDMI 1 is on, and you want to go to screen 2, and you can see HDMI 2 is on and HDMI 1's off. So you want to just click HDMI 2 off, HDMI 1 is on now, and you can actually move back and forth, and now that audio is the same on both. And there's basically a seamless transition between screens, but you're listening to the same audio, which is fantastic. You can actually put up a scoreboard, so you can actually display a scoreboard. You can make it as big as you want, as small as you want. You can move it around, and you can put your scores, and that's kind of a neat feature there as well. Moving on, comments. So if you're going live either on YouTube or Facebook, you can actually see comments in real time, which is kind of neat. And that's just another feature on the Yolobox Pro. And I believe it's on the Yolobox too. There's not a huge amount of differences between the two, but there are some. Audio mixer definitely is one of them. So this here is just auto switch. So this goes into your video sources, your switching order, your main video source, and then of course your settings. Now, here you can actually go to a few different things. So video source transition. So I love fade. So this one's default on cut. So it just goes from one screen to another when you're switching. I like fade. I think it gives a little bit nicer transition, and you can adjust it to whatever time of fade you want. So now if I go to HDMI 2, you can see there's a nice fade there. HDMI 1, there's a nice fade there. And as you can see, there's all kinds of different things: video output mode, encoding settings, recording limits. All these lovely things are there, and just all kinds of different settings. And of course, you know, with this live streaming device and video switcher, of course, there's going to be lots of settings and lots of features to use. So always lots of stuff to learn, but this just gives you a quick overview of that. If you want to adjust the brightness of the screen, you just go to the top and drag down, and you can see brightness pops up, and you can adjust your brightness as well. And that, of course, will help with your battery life, of course, as well. We're just going to go back to media. Again, you can pop these up. You can bring your watermark up and leave it there if you like, and then you can bring your other stuff up and out of there if you choose. And that just gives you a quick overlay of exactly what is available in the Yolobox Pro. There's also a record button up here. So basically, the SD card that's bringing in this audio, or this media, sorry, you can actually bring in and record your whole show. So if I hit record, then all of a sudden it's going to record everything on the screen. So if I go from HDMI 1 to 2 and then bring up some of these different media options, you're going to see that, and I can actually have that in a video format, and you're good to go. And I'll show that in the next clip. All right, everyone, so here is now the internal recording footage from the Yolobox Pro. So as you can see, I have my MC2500 footage on HDMI 1, and I'm going to now switch over to HDMI 2 with the V50 Pro footage of the trees. Just going to show you quickly what it looks like with a watermark. So I'm going to bring the watermark up there. You can see it down in the left-hand corner. And just going to put on live stream starting soon. And you can kind of see what that looks like. And that's if you're going to do live streaming. But if you're just going to do a multiple camera switched video shoot without live streaming, you can bring up titling. You can bring your watermark on and off. You can bring your brought to you by, all that lovely stuff. And that's kind of how that goes and how that works. And as I said, there's all kinds of different settings that you can do here. You can bring up a scoreboard. You can adjust your sound. You can do all kinds of neat things. And of course, this device is primarily made for live streaming, but again, you don't have to do that. You can use it just as a video switcher. And yeah, you can move on from there. All right, folks, some closing remarks on the Yolobox Pro. Would I recommend this product? Absolutely, 110% yes. You know, not only is it portable, but it's a great video switcher. It's a great live streaming solution. It's touchscreen, and everything is in the device. So it's not like other devices where you need an external monitor. Everything is there. It's literally plug and play. You know, not only does it have the ability to be plugged right directly into an internet router, or have Wi-Fi, or make a mobile hotspot with your cell phone, or of course put a data card in, a SIM card. And then, of course, bringing in an SD card so you can actually bring in lower thirds that you've designed by yourself, or watermarks, overlays, whatever you wish, plus everything that's built into it. So the audio mixer, being able to control where your audio sources come from, where you want your audio to come from and where not to have your audio come from, to be able to you know, have lower thirds and overlays on the go that are built right into the Yolobox device. You know, everything is there for a great, again, video switcher and live streaming solution. Again, I love this product. It works great. I've used it out in the field a couple times, and you literally plug in your cameras, get everything set up to where it needs to be, and you're good to go. As far as cons with this product, I haven't really used it enough to have any cons. Again, your live stream is only going to be as good as your internet connection. So if you have, if you're in a bad service area, that might affect the quality of your live stream. As far as everything else, I love the product. There's not a lot I can say bad about it. It works great for me. It's portable. Everything is in the device that you need. And for me, it's just a great overall product, whether I'm using it just as a video switcher with a multiple camera setup, or I'm actually using it in a live stream setting. So that's just a quick overview of the device. I know there's some other videos out there that kind of go deeper into the settings and deeper into everything that the Yolobox and the Yolobox Pro has to offer. But as far as myself, this has just been a quick overview to show you what it looks like, what it has, and of course some of the settings that are available. So thank you very much for watching, folks, and we'll see you in the next video.